Hey Stampers, welcome to Brandy's Cards. So I have a fun Lemon Zest card for you today, and it's one of our new bundles out of the Stampin' Up! Catalog. It's the new annual catalog, 2017-2018, and it is fantastic. So let's go ahead and open it up, and I'm going to show you exactly where you can locate the Lemon Zest stamp set and its bundle, and I believe it's on page 90 maybe. Let's see, here we go, page, oh look at that, page 90, there you go. So it's super cute. You've got the stamp set, and then you have this fun punch that comes with it if you decide to buy the bundle, the Lemon Builder Punch. It's a lot of fun. I love the little leaves. And of course the sayings in this stamp set are fantastic. So I actually have the stamp set right here. Lemon Zest, if life gives you lemons, you can chuck them right back. But I tend to kind of think on, instead of chucking those lemons back, I tend to try to squeeze it for all it's worth, I mean, you gotta make the best of it. So that's kind of the way I go with it. But I love life is short, squeeze it for all it's worth. Live life with zest. So that kind of reminds me of squeezing it for all it's worth. So I like to live my life with zest for sure. So this is a really great stamp set. I like this one down here too for my husband, to my main squeeze, right? So I just thought that was super cute. So I'm going to show you a fun card today, and I'm going to set that aside. Here's the card that I made. Oh, and if you stick around, I have like 4 more cards to show you, and I am certainly not done creating with the stamp set yet, but I do have a bunch of cards to show you. So here is, this is the layered leaves. This would be on page 210 in the annual catalog. These layered leaves are the dynamic folders. I'm going to go ahead and just grab my book real quick because I think it's important to point out. So right here on page 211, you can see these are our 3D dynamic textured embossed impression folders. So you're going to get a really deep, fantastic impression. Now the other ones are great too, but these just kind of have that really deep popping impression, if you will. So these are just really fun to work with. A lot of times you can spritz your cardstock with water and put them in one of those dynamic folders and run it through your Big Shot, and it's just beautiful when it comes out the other side. So this one I did not do that, but I will show you exactly what I did do. But that's the layered leaves, and then of course you have your cute lemon and squeeze it for all it's worth. So that is the card that we're going to make today. You don't need a ton of stuff. You just need Daffodil Delight because of our lemons. I tried crushed curry, but it's just a wee bit dark. None of my lemons ever look that dark, so I wouldn't do that one. But I have Old Olive here, and then I have Daffodil Delight. I'm sorry, Basic Black for my ink. So let's go ahead and get started. Go ahead and fold your cardstock in half. Now, if you're looking for the sizes and the dimensions, I'm not going to list them here, but if you go to brandyscards.com and you look at the navigational menu at the top, you can see a little spot that says videos. If you click on videos, you're going to be able to find this project. You can also search Lemon Zest, Lemon Builder Punch. All of those keywords are going to help you find this tutorial that's going to list everything, so you don't have to worry about it right now, okay? So here we go. So I've folded my cardstock in half, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of stamp some of my pieces, I think, first. I have a scrap piece of white paper, and then I have my lemon and my Daffodil Delight, and I am going to, what I have found is that the lemon has a kind of a round, kind of a fatter side, and then it's got a little side. And so what I found that if you are putting it into your punch, right here is the little side. So if you cut a strip and you stick it in this way, I know some of you are going, ah, it's like an aha moment, right? Because I've stamped it the other way and it's like, ah, it just won't get in there right. So in order to line it up right, you're going to want to stamp it so that the little side is pointing to the right. There we go. So there's my lemon. So again, see with the little guy here, I'm going to stick it right inside my punch, and now it lines up perfectly. We'll just punch it out. That's great. And while we're punching and stamping and all that, let's go ahead and punch our lemon leaves. So this guy, I believe I found that it was this way. If you stamp it just like this a couple of times, I kind of liked a dark leaf and a light leaf. But of course, you can stamp it however you'd like. And yes, I just stamped it wrong. So let's flip it over and let's do it again. You know, that stuff happens to all of us, right? All right, so let's try again. So we're gonna stamp it and stamp it, because if you stamp it like a certain way, it punches out beautifully. If you stamp it backwards, then you have a wee bit of trouble. See this one here? This one worked great. It just slides right in there and we'll squeeze it and punch it out. And then this one goes right in the lemon leaf and we'll punch it right out. Perfect. So we're all done with our lemon leaf. And so we're just gonna set those guys aside real quick. And then what I'm gonna do is I am gonna take you over here and let's see, there's my yellow. I'm gonna show you exactly how I did this fun strip. So you'll see the strip right here. That was done with my lemon as well. And so what I did is I just inked up my lemon and then I sort of just started stamping down. And you know, I just wanted it to kind of match the lemon itself. But I really, I didn't need it to be super fancy, but I kind of wanted it to kind of be that same sort of yellow. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna stamp some of our black. So here I have If Life Gives You Lemons. So we're gonna ink that up in archival black. And I kind of like the fat side of my lemon down, and because I'm sure that's how it's supposed to be, right? If life gives you lemons, perfect. So I just stamped that straight onto my lemon. And here I have Squeeze It for All It's Worth. Sounds good to me. So then I'm gonna stamp that down here on the bottom right-hand corner of my cardstock. Perfect, it came out great. And so now we're almost ready just to put this card together. But before we do, I'm gonna show you how I made this fun background. So I have the new Layered Leaves stamp set. And so when you feel your embossing folder, you can feel the raised leaves on the smaller flap. There's a smaller flap and a larger, and you can feel those leaves. So what I did is on the bottom flap, also where it says Sizzix and Stampin' Up, is I took my Old Olive stamp pad, and I need to make sure all of my things are out of the way. And I just very lightly just put the ink on my embossing folder. Now, I don't mind it if it's hit or miss. If you have some places that don't get it, it doesn't really bother me. And it doesn't really bother me either if you get some inside the leaves. It just kind of makes it more original and more fun. So, I just think play with it. And every card you make doing it like this is going to be original and unique, so that's fun. So now I'm going to take my cardstock, I'm going to put it inside of my dynamic folder and close it. Great. Now I'm going to put it over here on my Big Shot, and I'm going to run it through my Big Shot really quick. And then I think I'm just going to run it back through because I think it'll be easier, and we'll make sure it gets good and inked up. All right, so are you guys ready to see how pretty it is? Oh, it's gonna be pretty. Ooh, look at that. That is super cool. Now just be careful when you open it, because if you touch it, you very well can get some ink on your fingers, and you don't want to touch your white cardstock because then it's like, ah! Trust me, I've done it many, many, many a times. All right, so we've got our Tombow glue. And I don't know if y'all can hear it or not, but I hear the ice cream truck outside. So I got distracted for just a second. But we have lots of kids in the neighborhood. And I bet you he has some tasty treats out there. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and I'm putting, I just put some Tombow glue behind my Old Olive. And I'm just going to line that up with the top of my card. Oh my goodness, I just love the contrast when you bring this yellow, the Daffodil Delight on top of that. It's just very, very pretty. All right, so we're gonna add our little strip, and that's just gonna go right across the bottom of my Old Olive, okay? It's just gonna go right across the bottom, super simple. And then I have a Daffodil Delight piece, and I have a Whisper White. Again, everything has been pre-cut so that you guys can just see how I put it together and how I created it so that you can create it at home. Now we're going to flip it over. I've got Stampin' Dimensionals. They are fantastic. Speaking of Stampin' Dimensionals, oh my goodness. I have to tell you, one of my customers called me and said, Brandy, I want to order the mini Stampin' Dimensionals. And I was like, mini Stampin' Dimensionals? How did I ever miss that we have mini Stampin' Dimensionals? I missed it. But let me tell you, I'm all over it now. So take a look here on page 203. These are the Stampin' Dimensionals, normal ones that we are all used to using. And then look at those little guys, mini. How cool is that? So I was super excited to see that. So I thought I would point that out to you guys as well because I think that is super cool. So no, I don't have any of those yet because I haven't done my order. But I did my pre-order, but I didn't know that they were in there then. So I will definitely be getting me some mini Stampin' Dimensionals. That's right. All right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and add my rectangle, my Daffodil Delight right there, just like that, perfect. Now we're gonna add a lemon, and I'm gonna put just 2 Stampin' Dimensionals behind it. And then I'm gonna add my leaves. And then I've got some more fun cards to show you. Oh, how cute is that? If life gives you lemons, instead of chucking them right back, we're gonna squeeze them for all they're worth. It's pretty cool. All right. Ice Cream Chuck is making his way back around. I know you guys are thinking, run out there and get something. No, really what it is he has got my address on his GPS because my son, if he knew right now that he was out there, he would be like, Mom! And he would be like serious panic and scramble because we're really good customers. So that's why he goes by my house really slowly. Not once, twice, maybe 3 times because we are very good customers. But anyway, so this is my card. I'm super excited. I think this set is just precious. We all have those hard times in life, and I think it's all about, you know, how you deal with them and how you choose to look at things. Life definitely throws you lots of lemons, but you know, we just got to make the best of it. So I have some other cards that I would like to show you today before you go. And of course, I will have the tutorials available for you. I'm going to flip my sheet over because I find that it just looks a little prettier when my station's clean. And so I'm going to set this one here. So here are my other cards. So this one is Life is Short, and then let's open it up, squeeze it for all it's worth. So you guys are probably wondering what this is, right? So this is from the Background Bits. Now remember when the catalog first came out, I gave you guys like my top 10 maybe it was? I don't know. I had a hard time because there's lots of great things in there. Mini Stampin' Dimensionals would have made that list too had I realized they were in there. But Background Bits was one of my favorites. And of course it's because look at all these little fun backgrounds. So that's what this is. This is done in Pool Party. And it's a little Pool Party rectangle. Now this little guy, I really liked that leaf, but my husband said, well, it doesn't really look like a lemon leaf. Okay, so he might be right, and some of you will be getting my cards that I just mailed out that I made for you, and it'll have this fun leaf because I liked it, you know, so it doesn't matter, right? But you'll notice inside here that I stamped that same little texture, so it turned out really cute. So that's one, and then here is another one, and so I should tell you the leaf is actually from Oh So Eclectic, right? So that is a really fun leaf that's in there. So you stamp this one first, stamp this one second, and then I just cut it out. Now on this card, this is cute. This has 3 lemons because I figured if life gives you lemons, we need multiple, right? Well, maybe not, you know, first one we didn't, but you know, it's all good. So this one here, do you see these little plus signs? That's what is here in the background. And it turned out so cute. It kind of reminds me of a kitchen. And that one, you know, I could have stamped something in the inside, but I hadn't done that yet. And this one is actually, so here on this one, I just stamped what the top texture down here at the bottom. But in here you'll see, let me open this one too at the same time. I put a blue piece that goes with the top, this blue here. Put it down here and I stamped it as well. So it was just kind of another fun way to add something to the card. Now this card here is Soft Sky. I stamped it with Soft Sky. I added my lemons, my lemon leaves, and then if life gives you lemons, squeeze it for all it's worth here in the bottom. So that is 3 zesty cards for you to try. I hope that you enjoyed my projects and tutorials today. Of course, if you have any questions, let me know. I'll be more than happy to answer them. If you don't already have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and you're interested in Stampin' Up! Products, please let me know. Drop over to brandyscards.com, send me an email, contact me. I'd love to earn your business. I'd love to send you catalogs. And if you're already a Brandy's Cards customer or VIP member, thank you so much. I truly appreciate you and your business. Have a blessed day. Bye.